Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, we're going to be installing hood louvers to get ahead of the heat problem in this XJ. Now I know it gets extremely hot underneath there because if you pop the hood after it's been running, everything burns you. I don't currently have any overheating issues, and I don't plan on having any overheating issues. But installing some hood vents will definitely help with the problem. The hood louvers we're going to be installing today are made by Rod Louvers. You can find them on Amazon. I will put a link in the description down below. I've looked at a lot of them that I wanted to do, and these ones actually seemed like the best option. Not only are they more economical, because they are relatively inexpensive, but they also look good and they function great. It comes with everything you need, the louvers, as well as a bunch of stainless steel hardware for installation. I also needed a set of eyes for my Halloween Jeep face on the hood, and I think that these will make some good eyes. So we're going to be installing these today. One big mistake that I often see people do is they mount them too far up on the hood. Now if we mount them too far up on the hood, we will not have room to put in our hardware because of this piece in here. And we don't want to drill into this or cut into it to make room because, let's face it, this is semi-structural on the hood. So we're just going to measure from the base up to know about where this is so that we can avoid it. Looks like we are sitting at about 4 inches there and 4 inches there. So we're just going to make sure that we mount them 4 inches from the edge, and then we'll be good to go. So now that we know we want it to be 4 inches from this edge, we're going to go ahead and measure out 4 inches and run a tape line. Now that we've got our rough tape line, we can go ahead and set these up here and eyeball them to make sure that they're kind of squared where we want them over here, and keep on going. So now that you know roughly where you want them to be from the top, you can go ahead and start marking where it's going to sit with some tape. You want to make sure that it goes underneath where it's going to go. It doesn't have to be perfect. You can lay some tape down, draw around it. But what we're going to do is measure off of whatever line you create so we know where to cut. Now, I've already done that side, and I am a perfectionist. So what I did was I found the center line of the hood. That way I could make them equal on either side. So now that I got it all taped off and I know exactly where it's going to go, I'm going to go ahead and mark off around it with a pen, as well as mark all my holes. So now that you got everything marked off, you want to go ahead and measure an inch in from your outer line, and that's going to be your cut line. We want to make sure that we clear all the bolt holes, so an inch is a good number, and it will also be close enough to the bolts that you'll be able to use the whole effect of your louvers. So because we're going to be doing a lot of cutting and drilling over the top of the engine, we want to make sure that we pop the hood and cover anything that we need to cover. It's very important because we might be having sparks go down there. You're going to have metal shavings go where it shouldn't be. So we're going to go ahead and lift the hood and cover that. That way we don't screw anything up. Alright, now that everything's semi-protected, it's time to start cutting. Now that our holes are cut, it's time to start drilling some holes. So now that all our holes are drilled, we can go ahead and remove our tape and start installing our hardware. So it does state in the directions to not use any kind of power tool to tighten these up, because it will actually ruin the threads and they'll just start to keep spinning. So we are all tightened up and buttoned up, all nice and tight, and now I just gotta finish the other side. And that's it, we're done. I really like the way these look. I think it rounds out my hood really nice and finishes the face on the hood, which is great also. Where I live, it is the desert, it is hot all the time, so it is a lot better that I be proactive about the heat. And I think that these are going to work out great. If you like this video, please give this video a thumbs up. As always, don't forget to subscribe. You might be asking yourself, how am I going to tighten that down? Because I can't reach. You know what? I've got that very same question. Great, now the one's going to pick up.